We had about 12.1 billion as of the end of last fiscal year. Now we have 12.72 billion, of which 5.1 billion of that is state funds. So the state still has cash in the bank. There's plenty of liquidity here. But we do have a very serious problem. The general fund is getting close to being overdrawn. What you have here on the left is the 2008 general fund spending, and this is pulled straight from the state accounting system as of last night. And so the total spending up until March 18th was $7.6 billion. That's an average of $29 million per day. And that puts them on a track to spend $10.7 billion this fiscal year. As I'm sure you're aware, the legislature passed a budget last year of $10.6 billion, but we are expecting much less than that in revenue. Both the governor's budget office and the legislative budget office have revised down their revenue estimates now twice. The current revenue numbers for the state of Arizona for JLBC is, they have two numbers, a high and a low. Their high number is $8.95 billion in revenue. Their low number, their low number is 8.95. The high number is 9.15. And the governor's number is 9.26, obviously a lot less than the original 10.6 billion. We can't get there from here. We can't make $10.6 billion worth of spending come out of 9.2 to 8.9 billion worth of revenue. And so we're starting to spend that down, and we're seeing the general fund, essentially the account is nearing being overdrawn. This shows you, depending on which number you look at, the 1.57 billion to 1.26 billion is all that's left in the general fund right now. And if you look at the burn rate that dollars are being spent, and we have a major payment for universities on the 21st, and then April is a double school payment that the state makes to school districts, which brings us down substantially. By the 22nd on JLBC's low number, or as late as May 4th on the governor's number, the general fund account will be overdrawn. Now, we have other funds. We have a rainy day fund that's full. We have other state accounts, but there's no statutory authority to withdraw those dollars to cover the state's bills. That's the reason why today I called on the governor and the legislature to quickly adopt a new revised 08 budget, because if we don't do so, it becomes a real problem going forward of exactly how we're going to deal with general fund spending after these dates.
Well, it's nice of you to call. What do you think they've been doing? I mean, this doesn't seem to be helpful at all other than getting you on TV.
Actually, it was a request. This originally was a request by the legislative budget chairman to know exactly what's our real deadline, because there have been discussions, when do we have to get this budget done? It becomes problematic operationally. The statutes, the operations of the state, we've never had a situation where there's not been a revised budget before the general fund has expended all revenues expected for the year. And so they want to know when that deadline was. At the beginning of the legislative session, we predicted late May. Obviously, revenue numbers have been revised in the last couple of weeks, so we had to revise our numbers. And this is we're meeting that legislative request to provide this additional information.